Where do I start? Because I got a lot of shit to say today about a lot of shit. So yesterday, a sister tagged me and asked me what I felt about the Notre Dame fire. What I will say in regards to the fires that happened the other day, because the third most holiest site in Islam also caught on fire the same day as the Church of Notre Dame, the Cathedral of Notre Dame. That's not being highly publicized, obviously, because it's happening to Muslim people and people who don't particularly care for them own most of the TV stations. So the temple in Jerusalem and the Cathedral of Notre Dame, the mosque in Jerusalem, and the Cathedral of Notre Dame just happened to catch fire on the same day as the aspect between Saturn and Pluto perfected. A conjunction of Saturn and Pluto perfected in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn and Saturn both reflect established, authorities, governments, power strongholds, etc. And Pluto governs the destruction of things that are no longer working for society as a whole, or in our personal charts, personal natal charts. Pluto comes and, tears down those behaviors and thoughts and friendships and relationships that no longer suit your growth. Pluto even destroys outdated forms of thinking. So with the Pluto-Saturn conjunction, we found two pillars of Orthodox religion being caught on fire. One of them destroyed more so than the other. The Catholic Church is a little bit older than the organized religion of Islam. I know people are gonna say Islam isn't a religion, it's a way of life. It was created. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. We're not playing word semantics. I'm not gonna do that with you guys. At any rate, with the Pluto and Saturn conjunction, those two structures both caught fire. There's a change occurring when it comes to, religion and spirituality. There's a change coming. Those archetypes that have been established in the minds of people through force, colonialism, rape, torture, and murder, that's a sign of your coming to an end. I promise you that. That's what that is. Now, astrology is a science, a profound science way beyond just your sun sign. So don't lose faith in astrology because the shit in the newspaper about you being a Libra doesn't come true. That's not the science of astrology. That's watered down astrology, debased astrology to, which they intentionally debased. They intentionally debased the science of astrology so ordinary people wouldn't use it. Again, if you have access to, tools like astrology, you don't need to run to your preacher. You don't need to run to a therapist. You don't need to run to, government. You know how to tune into scientifically tap into the forces at work in the universe and understand what's going on, not just in your own life, but within society. Secondly, I seen on a Facebook post in a group some dumbass shit. You sage and with your windows open so demons are stuck in your house running around in circles or some shit like that. Some bullshit. Number one, first and foremost, sage does not scare any motherfucking entity. It doesn't do shit but piss them off. Number two, because that entity is a being that consists of energy, not matter, it doesn't matter if your fucking windows are closed, your mirrors are covered, or your door is fucking shut. It's not bound by time, space, or matter. It's an energy. And when you use sage, which only works, it only has the power to change the vibrations in an environment, to raise the environment. It doesn't chase away spirits. It doesn't keep out spirits. What it does, any spirits that are in your area, and you light your sage and you burn it, it raises the vibration. And because they have low vibrations, their energy form fragments. When the sage dissipates, they come back into that collected energy form and oops upside your motherfucking head for attacking them. Sage doesn't remove no entities. It raises the vibrations in your area. Has no power or authority to cast out spirits. It might disrupt their collective energy form, but once that sage wears off, they'll be back to bust that ass. I promise you, every time. That's in dealing with entities and spirits. Sage does not, make them go away. Makes them mad. And even if it did make them go away, the fucking doors and windows being open, because they're not matter, their energy wouldn't hinder them leaving your space. Just so you know. So let's please stop perpetuating dumbass shit, stupid shit, inaccurate shit, spreading misinformation. When people spread misinformation, you become what I call a controlled opposition. You might be thinking you're doing the right thing, but you're really just passing on misinformation and sowing discord instead of, lifting people up. It's not cool. The full moon. The full moon. Everybody get magical on the full moon. So, if you got to wait till the full moon to do some magic, you don't got no fucking power. You don't. So just stop that capping. Too, please and thank you. But being that I brought up the full moon, the sun is in Aries. So the full moon will occur in Libra. If Aries gives you, the energy to initiate and start projects and get things going, get mobilized, take charge, initiate leadership roles, start new projects off right. The full moon represents, the moon itself represents the subconscious mind. So when the moon is full, it brings light to the things in your mind that were hidden. So if you started a business project in Aries during the full moon of Libra, this will give you the insights that you need to bring the thing that you initiated and started during Aries, to bring it to balance so it works out smoothly. That's what the full moon energy is for. It doesn't give you no fucking magical power. Sorry to disappoint y'all. Don't give you no fucking magical power. I'm going to rant some more today too. I promise. It's going to be lit today. We're going to rant some more today.